Good day, partners. This is Marjorie Cervantes, and welcome to our webinar entitled Smart Moves for Year-End Success Reporting and Insights with SAP Business One, with bonus session on Microsoft Power BI and Snow Fusion. This exclusive learning session is designed to help you maximize your SAP Business One through smarter reporting, seamless year-end preparation, and the integration of intelligent tools that enhance your ERP experience. So here at Arc One, we want to assure that our clients are fully equipped with the right tools to have an efficient, effective, and a future-ready system. So before we jump into today's knowledge sharing, let us know who are we with today. Kindly introduce yourself in the comment section with your company and say hi to everyone. Let's see sino na ba ang nandito sa ating webinar. Good afternoon, Mr. Mike Agumbay. And good afternoon and shout out to Mr. Anthony D. Shao from Distrifil. Sino pa ba ang nandito sa ating webinar? Ayan. So, just a few housekeeping reminders to keep things smooth and engaging for everyone. Please keep your microphones muted unless called to speak. You may use the chat box to post your questions at any time, and it will be answered during the Q&A session after all the speakers. So, and of course, stay tuned until the end for some exciting games, raffle prizes, and a virtual photo op. And follow us on Facebook and LinkedIn for the latest news. And if you miss a part of today's webinar or want to watch it again, we've got you covered, partners. The full recap will be uploaded on our YouTube channel. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon on Arc One to stay in the loop. And once again, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, partners. On behalf of Arc One Solutions, we are thrilled to have you join us today for another insightful session. Today's webinar is made possible with the partnership of Arc One, SAP Business One, Microsoft Power BI, and Snowbricks Technology, working together to help businesses harness data-driven insights and smarter solutions for the year ahead. So to officially open our webinar this afternoon, we'll be hearing from one of Arc One's dedicated professionals whose work focuses on helping businesses achieve success through innovative and smarter solutions. Please welcome Mr. Glenn Mujeres, one of our business development manager, to deliver the opening remarks. Hi, Sir Glenn. Good afternoon.
Hi, Marge. Good afternoon. Thank you for that one. And good afternoon to everyone. We are really grateful for your presence joining us this afternoon. I know we have been hit by two typhoons this month alone, no? So within, I think, a span of a couple of days lang, yung isa kasi tumama November 2, if I'm correct. Tapos si Uwan naman pumasok, I think November 8 or 9. So I hope all of you are doing good. I know all of us are affected directly or indirectly. Our hearts goes to every one of you guys. So daghang salamat kaayo sa pag-attend. To put a lighter note, I hope you gather tons of information for this afternoon session, especially kay Microsoft Power BI and Snow AI. So thank you, Marge. Turning it back over to you again.
Thank you, Sir Glenn, for that welcoming message and setting the tone for today's session. And we hope everyone is safe from the typhoon. Babangon tayo sabay-sabay dito. So, now, let's dive right in. Our first segment will focus on SAP Business One and how you can maximize its reporting features, especially as we approach year end. Let's welcome our speaker. She plays a vital role in helping organizations transform their process through SAP Business One, ensuring that every solution is not only technically sound but strategically aligned. Please welcome Ms. Isa Baguio, Arc One's SAP Functional Consultant.
Thank you, Marge. Good afternoon, everyone. Let me show you my screen. All right. So again, good afternoon, everyone. So as we approach the end of taxable year 2025, entities must get ready as early as now to make sure that the tax compliance and management year-end reports must be submitted in a timely manner and prepared meticulously, ensuring utmost accuracy. So my goal for this afternoon is to make sure that you utilize your SAP Business One in your year-end activities. So the tools that we will be using for the year-end activities are, first we have the reconciliation tool. So I guess you're familiar with the bank recon, we have the GL recon, and then we also have the BP recon. And then also we also have the reporting feature. So you just have to generate SAP B1 standard reports, or else if you have other reports, then let's make it through Crystal Report. And then another thing is the BIRCS add-on, and then the books of accounts as well. So that will help you as well for your year-end activities. So by the way, the BIRCS, it's not a standard in SAP B1, but it's an add-on created by Arc1 Solutions. And then that includes also the books of accounts. And then lastly, we have the period and utilities. So we will be using that tools. I will be showing you within a span of 15 minutes, how are we going to make use of that tools. All right. So what we have here are the tools for the year-end activities. So first we have, as I tell you a while ago, we have the internal recon. So we have here the reconciliation for the GL account. So if you want to know more, like where can we get that, or I guess everyone, majority of you are using this already. So before we close the year 2025, we need to make sure that the transactions are already there, the transactions are already corrected, all the balances is already reviewed, so that when we generate the standard reports or the reports that we want to have and then submit to the management, it's already accurate. All right. So again, first we'll be using the GL for GL internal reconciliation. So this is the GL internal reconciliation. So you just have to input the date. If you want it like 12/31, so you can input the 12/31, and then you just have to select the GL account. So for example, we have the other fund. And then if you want to be specific on the posting date, then you can also input the posting date, and then you just have to click reconcile. So in this case, there's no transaction. So you just have to make sure that the amount to reconcile total should be 0. And then you just have to click OK. So this is the first reconciliation. And then next we have to recon the business partners. So there are transactions, for example, there are AP or AR, posted AP or AR that is not yet closed, because some of the transactions or some of the payments will be recorded through journal entries, or there are adjustments on the AR or AP of that specific customer. So what we will do is we'll make use of the BP internal recon to close that AP invoice or AR invoice. So again, you just have to click the BP internal recon and then the reconciliation date. So that's the current date. And then you just have to select the customer or vendor, yeah, customer B. And then you just have to click the reconcile. Again, same with the GL Recon, you have to make sure that the total amount to reconcile here should be 0. So you just have to click the transactions like that. Okay, so as you can see, it's 200 negative 221, so we cannot reconcile this amount. If you will click on this, there will be an error. Yeah, reconciliation difference must be 0 before reconciling. So again, you just have to match the AP invoice to the journal entries or other transactions as well. Okay, so that's for the business partner recon. And then another thing is the bank recon. So usually, in most cases, some of the companies do the bank recon monthly, even some do it weekly or even daily bank recon. But some of you guys do it annually. Okay, so to do this, you just have again to open the banking, and then you just have to select the bank account, GL account for that bank, and then the last balance will be shown. That's based on SAP. And then, of course, you can't do bank recon without the bank statements. So you just have to input the amount that is stated in the bank statement. And then assuming the year-end date is 12/31, and then you just have to click OK. So whatever you see in the bank statement, you have to click clear here in the reconciliation bank statement. So you just have to click clear. And then again, make sure that the difference is 0. So there are transactions as well that not recorded in SAP. So those are like the interest income from the bank or the withholding tax from the bank, or there are customers that deposited their payment directly from the bank without informing our accounting team. So as a result, we need to make the adjustments. So you have to select, of course, the adjustment, the correct adjustment. So it depends on the nature of your adjustments. So again, if it's a payment from the customer that was not informed by to our accounting team, so you should create the incoming payments. And if it's interest income, then you can make use of the journal entries. All right, so that's for the bank recon. And then lastly is the inventory. So we need to reconcile the inventory to make sure that the physical count matches with our system. Okay, so we will be using the inventory counting transactions and then also the inventory posting. So for the inventory counting transactions, you can generate this. You just have to select the items that you will be counting, and then you can print this without quantity. Usually, this printout will be given to the team who will count the inventories. So you just have to click OK. Usually, we want to hide the quantity for the printout so that it won't be visible to them. So you just have to click this and then wait for the generation, and then you just have to give this again. All right, so that's for the inventory counting. And then once done counting, you just have to check the inventory or the counted quantity. So you just have to input here. By the way, for those who are using the higher version or 10.0, you can copy paste the counted quantity if they put it in the Excel file. So you just have to count, and then the discrepancies, by the way, is you can create copy to inventory posting, and then you will do the adjustments in the inventory posting. So you just have to select the inventory offset or inventory offset increase or inventory offset decrease account. Yeah, so that's for the inventory counting. So I guess we're done with all the reconciliation. So again, let me recap. So first we have the GL recon, and then next we have the BP recon, and then next we have the banking recon, and then also lastly we have the inventory recon. So we should make sure that the data is correct already in SAP B1, so that when we generate the report, we deliver the accurate report. So after that, you're ready to generate reports. So we have here several reports. I guess you're all using this one already. So we have here the profit and loss. There you go. And then you just have to select. So again, if you want to select the specific cost center, then you just have to tick the specific cost center, and then the dimension, and then you just have to select the specific cost center. Otherwise, if you don't want to select any cost center or any project, then you can untick that. Okay, so this is the example of um, profit and loss with a cost center. But if we're not going to tick the cost center, then this is the example. So accounting team usually review the profit and loss or the P&L. So yeah, and then you just have to select the level 10, or it depends what's your active level. And then you just have to click the yellow arrow so that you can review all the transactions. All right, so again, we already know that everything in SAP Business One is interconnected. Okay. So once you're okay with the report and your guess there's no more adjustments, then you can create the period and closing already. So before you close the period, you should make sure that you do the backup first, so that if there are irreversible transactions or um setups that you will do, you can easily restore the database. Okay, so you just have to select the GL account. So you just have to double click the X and then select your retained earnings account, and then also select the period and closing account. So these are the usual GL accounts for that. So again, select the period also, and then from, and then to, and then execute. So you just have to select everything, and then the discrepancy or the difference will be your income or expense for the period. Sorry, the your income, your profit or loss for the period, not the income or expense. Okay, and then so once you're done, so you just have to execute, and then once you're done with everything, with all the activities for the year end, then you should get ready for the year 2026. So if you don't have the posting period updated yet, then you should create the posting period for 2026. So you just have to click the posting period, select the posting period, and then click new period, and then input the posting period year. And then that's automatic already that yeah, this one we already created the 2026, so it states here that the 2029 period will be created already. Okay. And then again, make sure to back up before doing this, because there are some cases that they select years instead. Usually, in most cases, the sub periods should be months. So there are cases that they select the year upon creation of the posting period for the next year. So we cannot undo that unless you have a backup. We just have to restore. So again, make sure to back up first before creating the posting period for the next period. All right. So I guess that's it for my presentation, or for my real-time demo. So let's go back to my presentation. So why year-end success matters. So again, yeah, to mitigate financial risk. So seeing the report, the management can easily make decision based on the data. So empowering business users with reporting and insights. So we have, again, for SAP B1, we have the standard drillable reports, as we've shown a while ago. And then also we have the real-time data access. So you just have to make sure that all the transactions from time to time are encoded in SAP B1. In short, you have to make use of the system to generate real-time reports, and then also real-time data access. And then customized statements. So again, if you're not satisfied with the standard SAP B1 reports, we can always customize the reports, usually through Crystal Report. But we will be introducing another way of creating a report through our next speaker. All right. So to end my presentation, so your path to your end success with SAP Business One. So we have here the structured process adherence, and then we also have here to unlock real-time action and strategic expert partnership. So again, if you have more questions, if you need assistance for your year-end activities, you may contact SAP B1 Care. You can email SAP B1 Care. And then lastly, if you need more demo for the transactions or for the activities that I've shown you a while ago, then you let your salesperson know, so that again we can help you on that. So I guess that's the end of my 15-minute presentation. I hope you've learned from it, and Thank you, everyone, and have a good afternoon.
For sure, our partners are now more enlightened why year-end success reports matter. So, if you have any questions, partners, please leave your queries in the chat box and our speakers will answer it later one by one. All right, next up, we'll explore how Microsoft Power BI simplifies financial report consolidations, making data visualization and decision making faster and smarter. And so now our next speaker specializes in transforming numbers into narratives and data into decisions. With a sharp analytical eye and passion for uncovering insights, she helps businesses make smarter and data-driven moves that lead to growth and efficiency. So now, please welcome Ms. Reese Hover, ARC1's data analyst. Good afternoon, Ma'am Reese. Good
Good
afternoon.
afternoon! Visible ba yung screen ko, Marge?
Yes, ma'am, it's visible na.
Okay, thank you. Okay, good day everyone. So today I'm going to walk you through how we can transform the way we consolidate or view your financial data just by simply using Power BI. So the goal of this session is quite simple. I'm just going to show you how Power BI can simply bridge the gap between your scattered financial information into an actionable insight. So it enables you to have that faster and smarter decision making. So let's start with this question. Now, what if your entire company's financial story could be seen clearly in real time, but not really real time, like near real time, without waiting for Excel files to be actually emailed back and forth? So, to be honest, most organization today, financial consolidation is still considered to be a manual process. What you're doing is like collecting spreadsheets from multiple departments, and then after that one, you're going to have to validate the formula that you're going to have. And then you're going to reconcile the numbers. And then just simply trying to produce that one consolidated report or consistent report. Now, this process often leads to what you call the delay because the process is actually quite long from collecting the report itself from different departments. And then after that one, you still have to validate if the formulation is still there in the Excel file that you send to each department. And then you actually have to reconcile the number just by simply producing that one consistent report. So also it will lead to inconsistency because sometimes we actually cannot standardize things, especially if we done it in Excel, because no matter what format that we do and it's in Excel, sometimes when the file actually comes back to us, nasisira na yung formula doon sa Excel file mismo. So because of this one, it actually caused a lot of stress, especially to those who build the report, especially during the long month-end closing. So this is the reality that we are actually facing right now, especially for the finance and the accounting team. The first one is that data are actually scattered across multiple systems. It can be if you are using SAP, and SAP sometimes have different companies in your company. Then you actually have to consolidate a lot of information coming from the different database. You can also be using QuickBooks in your company also to do your financial, or to simplify things, you actually have to use Excel for it. And to be honest, most of us are very comfortable with Excel. And then, or maybe you can actually use Google Sheet for it. So because of this one, because the information are actually scattered between different systems, it actually costs us a long month-end closing cycle. And it sometimes takes us around 10 to 15 days just to create that report. And because of this, when you submit the reports to the management, it is already considered to be a delay. Since there is a delay, insight is considered to be missed. Because the data that you're going to give or the report that you're going to give is considered to be outdated already. It's somewhat like it's already an historical information already. What just happened during those previous months or previous year, and so on. So because of this one, because we are using manual consolidation, it actually leads us to inconsistent data and sometimes version confusion. There's a version confusion here because our normally we do is we create that Excel file and we did reconciliation, we make changes on that one, we create it as, okay, this is final number one, Excel file number one, and Excel file number two, and so on. And because of this one, we always question ourselves, is the file considered to be already final, okay, or not? And sometimes we are also confused whether that file is considered to be your final output or final consolidation report. So this is where transformation begins. We're going to move from data chaos to centralized intelligence. So what Power BI is actually going to do is to connect to all different sources into a single platform. So see, Power BI has that capability wherein despite that your data is coming from different or across system, whether it is fragmented or not, it can connect it to just one single report, and Power BI can connect that one to simplify everything that you're going to do. So once connected, it can actually automate the data refresh. So I mentioned that it is actually real time or near real time, because you can also automate the process or the refresh of your data so that you can view it instantly in Power BI. And you can standardize the calculation also in Power BI. So uh, the calculations are already there, standardized, so no one can change that. They're just viewing the report itself. And then hence, you actually create that one version of truth. So this means that no more endless reconciliation. Everyone sees the same updated numbers at any time you wanted. So it actually shifts your finance team or your accounting team from report generation to data intelligence. So it allows you, especially your leaders, to actually analyze instead of just compile. So just imagine those free time, instead of you create those report or generate this report, you have the ability now to analyze the data that is being presented in your report. So now let's talk about why Power BI specifically makes this possible. So these are the advantages of Power BI. So speed, accuracy, transparency, real-time visibility, and collaboration. Speed, as I mentioned a while ago, it actually connects to your system. It can connect to your accounting system, into your data warehouses, or even to your Excel template. And because of this, what used to take days can be refreshed in minutes. So just imagine that the report that you are doing for days can be done in just minutes. It's visible in just minutes, anytime you want. So accuracy also, because data is actually pulled directly from your source system, so manual intervention is actually reduced. And since manual intervention is actually reduced, manual error drastically also reduced. And also, in terms of transparency and real-time visibility. So Power BI, instead of those static Excel tables that you see, Power BI can enable your management to actually view those live dashboards, showing financial reports, showing your KPIs, showing your performance trend, and even variances. And it is actually accessible as long as you have an internet. You can access Power BI reports online also. So in short, Power BI converts your raw numbers into meaningful visuals that tells you the story behind your data. So here how it works in practice. So imagine trying to open your financial dashboard, and you can already instantly see consolidated information, consolidated revenue, consolidated cost of sales, other income, and so on, just by simply clicking or logging in to your Power BI to Power BI service. So this is a example. I'm just going to discuss about profit and loss statement. There are actually a lot of report that you can create in Power BI. Okay, so I'll just discuss it. So the profit and loss itself. So P&L here, it's visible. This organization actually has a lot of company involved that is actually around 6. And just try to imagine this is actually already consolidated. I'm going to go to yearly comparison. This is a consolidated information of your revenue, of your cost of sales, your administrative expense, your income for this year compared to the previous year. Just try to imagine how much insight you can get from this. So with this one, you can already automatically see that your revenue actually increased compared to last year by 7.37%. And your operating costs or operating expense also has a good sign with a decrease of around 22.53%. Your gross margin is also being viewed here, and it is around 47.23%. Same goes with your operating margin, which is around 38.23%. And there is an ability for you to actually see which expense eats much of your revenue. And because of this one, you actually have the option to rank to see which one, which expenses eats more of your revenue. So let's say that you change this one to 5, then automatically this one will actually let you view 5 top expenses for your company. And here, because the top one is actually salaries and wages, and the next one is actually penalty and surcharges. So it means that with this insight, well, we cannot do anything about salaries and wages, but penalty, it's something that we can limit. So with this insight, we already know that penalty is eating a lot of our revenue. So it's something that we need to consider to limit. So it's something that we have an opportunity to work on it. So here, so that's it. So, and also you have the ability to, I mentioned a while ago that this is already a consolidated profit and loss for all of the companies for this organization. And now you actually want to view one of the performance of one of the companies. So just a simple click of a button. If I'm going to click company 1, automatically everything, all of the data here in the report actually also changes. Okay, so this is for company 1, and you can also see that they are also performing well in terms of revenue and in terms of income. Okay, so that is a profit and loss. But however, sometimes you actually want to see the profit and loss by month. So you can actually see it also or view it like this. So this is a profit. I will unclick this one first because this is, now this is for the entire company also. So you can already see the revenue, the total revenue, and where the revenue is actually coming from. Okay, and your cost of sales, the calculation of the gross profit is also here, and the direct costs, and so on until your net income. And if you want to see the total, it's actually here also. There's the totality of the revenue, but this one is the distribution by month. And if you want to see again the performance of each company, just by simply clicking the filter itself, you can click that one, and automatically it also updates based on whatever information that you're going to click here. So instead of that uh, report that you see without wherein that it's static, this one is very dynamic. The ability for you to analyze everything in just one report. Okay, it's quite easy for you to get insight from it. Now you can also do a profit and loss comparative. So this report actually shows you your performance compared to the month of the previous year. Like for instance, for January, your previous year performance for revenue is around 17M, and however your current uh, performance for the month of January is around 19, you can already automatically see that there is actually a good performance compared to last year, which is around 9.69%. And again, you already have this report automatically in Power BI. So just a simple click of a button, you can already see the needed report that you want to see in Power BI. And again, it is actually standardized. So you don't need to manually change anything or consolidate or reconcile because these reports are actually connected to your data source system. And this sample data is actually coming from SAP B1 SQL database. So just imagine this is connected to your SAP and the data is coming from there, no more manual intervention, and then it can easily be refreshed in Power BI itself so you can view your data real time. Okay. So here, the biggest shift here is not about automation, but it's a part of automation. It's about gaining insight from your report because traditional reporting tells us what has happened, but Power BI give us the ability to understand why it actually happened and what we can do next. So by integrating data from finance, or probably you want to integrate operations also in your reporting, or even the sales performance. So that you can identify trends, or you can actually forecast the outcomes. You can do forecasting also, or simply create a scenarios and stimulate those scenarios that produce, especially if you're doing budgeting, it's actually quite good that you have a report itself. So it actually turns your finance team from a historical recorder into a strategic partner. So the organization gains not just faster reports, but smarter insights such that it enables leadership to make that timely and informed decision. So just try to imagine that a month end that doesn't feel like a race. Okay, so every executive can see consolidated financials anytime they want, anywhere without waiting for someone to send the latest file. So that's what Power BI brings: clarity, consistency, and control over your financial story. So thank you, and I'll give the floor back to Marge.
That was an excellent demonstration of how Power BI can truly bring clarity to your financial data. Let's continue with our next presentation featuring Snow Fusion. So here to share how Snow Fusion helps organization with Gen AI, let's welcome Mr. Siddharth Parikh, Mr. Anshul Guyal, and Ms. Kushi Sain. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Siddharth. The floor is yours.
Good afternoon, Marge. Thank you so much. Good afternoon, everyone. So, Kushi, can you please share the presentation?
Sure, sir.
Yeah, so as you all know, our company name is Snowbricks Technology, and we have developed our products using the Gen AI. So we figured out a gap in the market that the individuals are using the AI for their everyday uses, but there is no practical use case for the AI for the businesses which they can implement in their everyday tasks. By considering this gap, we have made all our products. So I will just give you a quick overview about our product, that is Snow Fusion. So Snow Fusion is an intelligent document processor. So what it does, it can extract out the data from any kind of format. For example, if you have any image, any document, any PDF, so it can extract out the data from it. And what it does, it uses the AI and the OCR technologies for this. And the best part about it is that we have trained this particular on the basis of text. So for example, if you have any document, let's say an example, if you have any invoice and if you want to extract the data from that particular invoice, what you can do, you can just upload the particular document to the Snow Fusion and it will extract out all the data from it and showcase you the data in a structured format. You will get a better idea about this in our demo as well. And these are the few key features of our products. So first is OCR, as I mentioned earlier. Then it uses the AI for the data extraction. So the chances of error are very low in this particular. The best thing about it is it can also classify the documents. For example, if I upload multiple type of document, it can classify or to categorize the type of document, and if you want, it can save to that respective folder or like push the data accordingly. Then what it does, it can validate the data. Suppose I connect my Snow Fusion with any ERP or CRM which the company is using, it can validate the data for the of document with that ERP. Then there's a its capability is to process the documents in bulk as well. So it does a batch processing in which you can process bulk documents simultaneously. And as I mentioned earlier, that it can handles multiple formats. So for example, if you have any JPG, PNG, any PDF, any other kind of document, it even works with the handwritten documents as well. And the best part here is that you have a role-based access, so you can define the access according to your needs. Now I will just discuss about few use cases of this particular product. So for example, in the manufacturing, the company receives a lot of POs for every orders. So what they usually does, they have a respective person for this, which manually enters the data into the ERP. For example, let's say SAP. So the person manually enters all the data into the SAP, and then it will go for the further process. So here the Snow Fusion comes into the place. So what Snow Fusion can does here, once you get the PO, so you can just upload the PO here, as well as it can take the PO or the document from your respective DMS or any particular folder from in which you are uploading, and it can also pick that particular document from the email as well. So for example, if you receive any PO over the email, so you can the Snow Fusion can directly extract the data from it and make the data in a structure format and then push the same data into the ERP. So what's the outcome of this particular is that it can easily eliminate the manual data entry process which the companies are using. And there's a error chances in that if someone is entering the data manually, so there's a high chances of the error. So it nullifies that particular error chances and it enhances the accuracy of it. Then I have a few other use cases as well. So first is one of them is a automated GRN validation. So for example, whenever you receive a PO, could you please move to the earlier slide? Yeah. So whenever you receive a PO, you will give an like whenever you issue a PO, you will get an invoice in respect to that. And whenever you receive an invoice, what you have to do is you have to validate that particular with the PO. So what mostly company does, this process that they do manually. So they have a person who checks, okay, whenever they receive an invoice, they check, okay, this is the invoice number, this is the PO number, this is the quantity and everything. He or she check it manually. And there's a still high chance of error, plus as well as it's a time consuming process. So like in most of the companies, it takes around 10 to 15 minutes just to validate a particular invoice with the PO. So here also our solution Snow Fusion comes into the place, and what it can do is it can connect with the ERP the company is using. It takes the PO data from the ERP, and whenever there's an invoice comes, it can extract the data from that invoice, validate the particular data with the PO details, and then showcase you, okay, this is validated. If you want then to push that data into the ERP, it can push that data into the ERP, and then your GRN can be processed. So this process of GRN creation takes a lot of time as of now when you are doing it manually. So Snow Fusion can save a lot of time of yours by doing this automatically. Then we have a use case in the BFSI industries as well. So what it does, BFSI and the NBFCs, they take a lot of documents for either for the loan or some insurance or any kind of processes. So they want documents like property papers, bank statements, etc., etc. And they take a lot of time by extracting the key information from these particular documents. So what here we can do, we can implement Snow Fusion in this case. And what it does, once you implement Snow Fusion, it can extract all the necessary data which you require from those documents. For example, from the property details, I want the size of property and few things. From bank statement, I want the some particular transaction. From identification, like from ID, I want some name and the address or some documents only. So I can select those and it can extract that data. So instead of processing all those documents manually, what you can do, you can process it automatically with the Snow Fusion, and saves a lot of time. A lot of time it can save for the NBFCs and the BFSI. So I request Khushi to give you a demo of this particular product so that you will get a basic idea how exactly Snow Fusion works and how it can increase your efficiency and it saves a lot of time. Khushi, over to you.
Okay. So we start with the document creations. Let's say in manufacturing, in finance, we handling the invoices of hundreds of invoices from the different suppliers, and in all are in the different formats. So we create the document type for the invoice. So we start with the document creation. Here I'm selecting invoice document. Let's select this, open it, and click on the extract files. By using this, we can select out the fields as well. Like if I want to extract the entire information from the invoice document, then we can select out. And if we extract some particular information from the document, then we can select out these particular fields as well. And we can added our custom fields, if manual fields as well. So my you can see, let's say for now I want to extract the entire information from the document, and then generate the prompts and assign the document to a name, and assign this document to a user, and we can assign this user to a single user and multiple users at a time. So now I'm create this document. My document is created successfully. Now go to the home screen. Here we can select out our category. Here I'm select the invoice document that recently I'm created. So I click on the invoice and select the invoice document. So I select this invoice, open it and upload this document. And once the data is extracted from the document, extracted information will appear to the document details page. So data is extracted from the document. And the best part is that we can upload the document in we can upload multiple document, because we also implement batch processing in this, and we can upload the document in any multiple languages as well. So now go to the document details page, and I'm select the invoice document. You can see the three sections, like three buckets: pending section, skip section, approve section. Now my first, when we upload the document, then document will go to the pending section. Now I can see my document. Here we can preview our extracted information as well. Here the extracted informations. Now we can match the information. Now and click on the approve. Now my document will go to the approved section. So this is the pending, skip, and approved section, and we can integrate this with the ERPs as well. Let's say you want to invoice document, invoice data is extracted successfully, and now you want to match from the PO, from the against PO as well. Then we can integrate with the ERP, SAP, including SAP as well. Then we can validate the information from the SAP as well. So now my document upload. So this is the extraction part. And we have user management screen as well, where we can manage our users, because this is completely role based approach. So you can see, because you can see here some of are the admins and some are the normal users, because admins have access to the right access to the entire application, and admins are like not users are restricted to some pages. And we have dashboard screen. Here we can track our document details as well. Like if the document is uploaded, so once when we upload a document, like fresh document in the application, then document will go to the application, extract the data. And if for example, I re-upload the document again, then document will not store to the database, and status will show as a duplicate document, as you can see here. And we have API documentation. Let's say you want to directly use the um, API with your personal systems, then you can directly do that as well. So this is the entire functionality of Snowfusion.
Thank you so much, Siddharth and team, for that informative presentation. And I hope our partners learned about how helpful Snow Fusion into their system. At this juncture, may I call on Ms. Marife Crucero, one of our capable account managers, to deliver her closing remarks for this webinar. Hi, Ma'am Marife.
Thank you, Marge. Good afternoon. afternoon, partners. On behalf of ARC1, I'd like to extend our heartfelt thanks to all of you for joining us today in our webinar. We hope today's session has given you insights on how to maximize your SAP Business One using tools like the BI Arcas add-on developed by ARC1 and of course Power BI and Snow Fusion. As we approach year-end, remember, success isn't just about closing your books. It's about opening new opportunities to optimize, innovate, and grow. So with the right tools and strategies, you can turn reporting challenges into smart business insights. So if you'd like to learn more or need assistance in implementing any of the solutions discussed, please don't hesitate to reach out to our team. We'll be happy to help you explore how ARC1 can support your business transformation journey. Once again, thank you for your time and participation. We look forward to seeing you in our future learning sessions. Have a great day ahead and stay smart with ARC1. Over to you, Marge.
Thank you, Ms. Marife, for that message. So with that, partners, I thank you all for attending today's session. And to our partners from Snowbricks Technology, thank you for being a part of this webinar. So I hope that we have shared an insightful topics that will help your companies achieve more with simple systems. So here at ARC1, we care about your journey to success. And here at ARC1, we've always got you covered digitally and beyond. This is Marjorie Cervantes, your host for today, and saying thank you, partners, for joining this webinar.